Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone. Off and running on this latest edition of Thoroughbred Action. New week here at Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you from our Paddock Set Studios. Penultimate week of racing this summer meet. Can you believe it? The kids are back in school, and we are heading through the month of September. In fact, we'll take a big step forward, and that's heading upstairs to track announcer Pete Aiello for much more.
A new week of racing begins here in Hallandale Beach, Florida, with a 10-race program on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Fast main track and a firm turf. First of the day over the firm turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for $10,000. Scratch the 9 Ballistico. The 11 Crimson Spade draws in with the jockey change to Lionel Reyes. First race favorite, number 3, Difference Maker. Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, Andrew the Bull gets the first call. Difference Maker has speed. Far outside, Crimson Spade trying to work over. And from the 11 post, Crimson Spade will work over and lead the way. Flip Shot now takes over second from Difference Maker in third. Back to fourth and out wide is Candy Max. Then it's a gap of a length and a half to Andrew the Bull. Salty Kinda Dog and Copper Velo falls for him. Then to the outside goes Knucklehead. 3 in front of Dirac, who's second last. One Bad Hombre is last as Crimson Spade has the lead. Crimson Spade to the top of the stretch. Leads a half a length, 3 wide. Flip Shot gets after him second. Difference Maker just tapped on the brakes and is back to third. Wide on the course is Andrew the Bull, then Copper Vessel, and they're at the top of the stretch. Crimson Spade set down for the drive with the lead by a length and a half. Flip Shot to the attack is second. Down the center, it's Copper Vessel and Andrew the Bull. Final eighth of a mile. Flip Shot up on the outside takes the lead from Crimson Spade, who's dead game and back to second, but Flip Shot has the lead. Flip Shot and Ordonez to win it a half a length. Crimson Spade second. Difference Maker third, then Andrew the Bull in 56-3. Minor upset in today's first race is number 6, Flip Shot. Proves his last race off the long layoff was no fluke. He takes a step forward here today and gets that second victory under jockey Ronald Ordonez, the trainer at Water West Berwick Jr. and Southern Cross Farms. Second, number 11, Crimson Spade, in a good effort ahead of number 3, Difference Maker, who ran third. To the second race and the start of today's early pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Maiden Claimers in for $10,000. Scratch the 3, Canaris, a field of 6. Heavily favored, number 2, our Baby Driver. And they're off. Smooth beginning. Our Baby Driver, one of the first to break the line. On the far outside, Loose Note has some tactical foot. Home Power is not far away with La Leyenda. Dropping to last are both Captain Bobber and Cape Marco Drive. Out of the chute they run, and Edgard Zayas guides our Baby Driver out to the center of the course to lead the way by a neck. Racing in second, La Leyenda. Loose Note on the outside is third from Home Power, who's taken in hand and moved toward the inside fourth under David Baracco. The 2 at the back remain Captain Bobber and Cape Marco Drive. The opening quarter complete in 24-3 as they head to the half-mile point. With the advantage, it's our Baby Driver by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside, that's Loose Note, a joint second. Alongside third, running La Leyenda. Parked at the rail fourth is Home Power. Back to fifth is Captain Bobber. Out wide is Cape Marco Drive, who tries to launch an attack with less than half a mile to go. The opening half-mile posted in 48-2 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. With the lead, our Baby Driver by a length and a half. From the back, Captain Bobber 3 wide and on a move. 4 wide, Cape Marco Drive. Loose Note tries to quicken with them, then La Leyenda. Still at the back is Home Power, less than 5/16 away. And the favorites coming under pressure. Our Baby Driver fights to hold it as Captain Bobber issues the challenge on his outside second. 3 wide. Cape Marco Drive is now third, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:13-2. They're into the drive. On the inside, our Baby Driver dead game and fighting on. Cape Marco Drive down the stand side, tries to get after him. Here's Cape Marco Drive unleashing a kick on the outside of our Baby Driver. Cape Marco Drive doing the best work late. La Leyenda's at the rail. He's up into second. Cape Marco Drive will win it. La Leyenda was second. Third, our Baby Driver, then Captain Bobber and Loose Note in 1:40-1. Number 2, our Baby Driver folds up shop inside the final quarter of a mile. The win goes to the second choice, and number 5, Cape Marco Drive, who graduates after a string of good performances. This one under jockey Roberto Alvarado Jr. for Alexis Cordero Lopez and the Vargas stable. Long shot 4, La Leyenda was second ahead of the 2, our Baby Driver, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. Still a lot of Thursday action to come. Don't go away.
Welcome to my playground.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers which have not won 2, in for $10,000. Scratch the 1, Grand Network, a field of 6. Favorite was the 3, Tiz from Boston. And they're off. Out wide, Outrun begins well. Circle Away has speed. Here's an improving run from Tiz from Boston in the early stages. The 2 at the back are U.S. Soldier and Aristelis, who's guided to the center by Rios as they chase the speed of Outrun. Outrun, fresh off that impressive maiden score, leads the way by 2 over Dixie Mambo in second. U.S. Soldier in the pink silks on the outside now improves to be second. Back to the inside and Circle Away. Second last early is Tiz from Boston. The early trailer is Aristelis. 24-2 for the initial quarter speed. They approach the 5 furlong point. At 8-5, Outrun by 2.5. Second is U.S. Soldier. Third at the inside is Circle Away alongside Dixie Mambo. Out 3 wide goes Tiz from Boston, and it's 5 to Aristelis. Half a mile away, and up front it's still Outrun by 2. U.S. Soldier is still second. Dixie Mambo is still third. Trying to tack on from fourth is Tiz from Boston ahead of Circle Away. No rally yet from Aristelis with less than 3/8 to run. Outrun still there and still in front by 3. On the outside, Tiz from Boston toward the inside, and Dixie Mambo from the back. Aristelis starts to put his best foot forward. He's ran around U.S. Soldier and Circle Away, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3 quarters posted in 1, 12, and 1. And Outrun is on the ropes. Outrun turns for home with the lead. Aristelis out the center, put to Rios pressure, and he's up to take the lead now. From last to first, Aristelis now running up the score. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and this is all about Aristelis. Aristelis wins and wins with something in the tank. 5, 6, 7, and still moving away. Second is Tiz from Boston, close for third. Either Outrun or Circle Away at 1:37-3. Number 2, Aristelis, comes from way out of it to win, and win going away in today's third race under a strong ride from jockey Jesus Rios for trainer Antonio Sano and the Magic Stable. Second, number 3, Tiz from Boston. Third was the 7, Outrun, who got out-kicked in the final 16. To the fourth race and the start of another pick 3, race 4 on turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 1, 11, and the 12. Field of 9. Favorite was the 7, Two-Step Blues. And they're off. Little Smarty Pants breaks the line well. So does Doin' the Watusi and Regan's Odyssey from down toward the inside. On the far outside, My Gal Lollipop looking to cross over at a gap of 2.5 to Plain Air, and Two-Step Blues their mid-flight. 3 more to Nile Princess. Then to the outside goes Game Girl and the early trailer, Voila, La Victoire. Around the first turn they go, and with the inside edge and the lead, Regan's Odyssey by a half a length. Little Smarty Pants turning up the pressure second, 2 better than Doin' the Watusi in third. 3 back to My Gal Lollipop, who gallops along fourth under Jose Bautista, followed fifth by the favorite Two-Step Blues. Nile Princess is out the rail. Plain Air is 3 wide, 3 better than Game Girl. Voila La Victoire is last behind a fast pace. Opening quarter, very fast, 22-4. With the advantage, Regan's Odyssey a half a length. On the outside, Little Smarty Pants moves to be second. Doin' the Watusi is third. Two-Step Blues starts to run home pretty well. She's up into a third position now and a length better than My Gal Lollipop. Then Plain Air, followed by Nile Princess. Game Girl at the back with Voila La Victoire. Regan's Odyssey puts away Little Smarty Pants and widens to a 2-length lead. Two-Step Blues is up into second. Back to third, Little Smarty Pants. Running into fourth is My Gal Lollipop. Back to fifth and trying to run home is Game Girl and Nile Princess. Far outside in Plain Air as they run for home. Whip out on Regan's Odyssey, but she looks like she's brought her cards to the table today. She wheels off the turn with a 3-length lead. Two-Step Blues is trying to get after second. Then My Gal Lollipop and a late run from Nile Princess. Down the stand side, that's Voila La Victoire. But Regan's Odyssey has flat out run them off their feet here. Regan's Odyssey and Nick Juarez to win it by 5 in the end. Nile Princess second, Two-Step Blues third, then My Gal Lollipop and Game Girl. Number 7, Two-Step Blues gets her usual minor award here this afternoon. The win goes to number 3, Regan's Odyssey, who fired a big shot as she took a licking and kept on ticking under jockey Nick Juarez, trainer Marcus Vitali, and owner Renzo Bontempo. 2, Nile Princess second, 7, Two-Step Blues ran third. To the 5th race and the start of today's Rainbow 6 at 6.5 furlongs. Maiden Claimers in for $10,000. Scratch the 3, 6, 8, and 9. Heavily favored number 5, Court Princess. And they're off. Great start for the favorite, Court Princess, who bounces out for the early lead, but the newcomer has some pop with Bally's Dream on her outside second. Gap of 3 early to Lion Diva ahead of the second last running Fast Point. The early trailer is Bourbon Trace. Down the backstretch they go, and Court Princess lands in front by a neck over the newcomer Bally's Dream, who's right on her flank second. Lion Diva is third. Fast Point is improving her spot a little bit. She's now fourth, about 4 lengths off the lead. The trailer is Bourbon Trace. The opening quarter not fast at all, 23 and 3 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn inside half a mile away. Bally's Dream turning up the pressure outside of Court Princess, who's trying to battle back. Court Princess takes all the late money and it leads by a neck. On the outside, Bally's Dream is now up to even terms, second, 4 ahead of Fast Point in third. Back to fourth, Lion Diva. Bourbon Trace is last. Bally's Dream giving Court Princess all she wants with a quarter of a mile left to go. Court Princess on the inside, Bally's Dream on the outside. And Bally's Dream is now taking a narrow lead. Court Princess trying to fight back second through a 47 1/2 mile. Bourbon Trace is now third. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Court Princess fights back and takes the lead. Bourbon Trace down the stand side. From between horses, it's Bally's Dream. Court Princess close to home. On the outside in Bourbon Trace, Court Princess in front. Hard work, but she got the job done from Bourbon Trace second. Bally's Dream fired a nice shot. She was third. Fast Point fourth, and Lion Diva in 120 and 2.
Number 5, Court Princess, hammered to a 1-5 favorite. Had to have some anxious moments if you were on her going around the far turn, but she battled on for the victory under jockey Lionel Reyes, her trainer Antonio Chaffee, and the Just for Fun stable. The daughter of Donna Rail Court as a maiden no more. Second, number 1, Bourbon Trace, ahead of number 7, Bally's Dream. She was the newcomer. She ended up third. Time for a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you the late pick 5, 2-year-olds on turf, right after this.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of today's late pick 5, a mile over the turf for 2-year-old maiden fillies. A field of 9 signed on. The off-time favorites included 3, Anumati, and 8, She's an Introvert.
And they're off. Good start for Shrew Grit, who goes looking for the lead. Up on the outside, She's an Introvert comes away in second. Anumati is away in the top flight, and so is Sweet Blossom on the outside. Then down at the inside goes Hill Valley, racing ahead of Stormy D. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back to Handsome Girl. She's mid-flight, and just ahead of her is Painted Image at the back of the field. Let's not get too excited as they round the first turn. With the advantage, it's She's an Introvert by a length and a quarter. Shrew Grit second. Anumati parked at the rail in third, ahead in front of Sweet Blossom, who's back to fourth. Running on from fifth is Stormy D. Hill Valley is sixth toward the rail. Seventh is Painted Image. Racing in eighth is Handsome Girl. And the trailer is Let's Not Get Too Excited through an opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. She's an Introvert and Batista carving out the numbers in front, a length and a quarter. Shrew Grit second. Anumati is third. To the outside, Sweet Blossom is now fourth, 2 better than Stormy D fifth. At the inside, Hill Valley sixth and asked to pick it up ahead of Painted Image. Still at the back, Handsome Girl and Let's Not Get Too Excited. Around the far turn they go. They went 48 seconds flat for the opening half mile. 3 furlongs left to go. With the advantage, She's an Introvert, 3 parts of a length. Shrew Grit now races from second. Anumati is third. Stormy D put into the clear by Alvarado Jr., chiming into it 4 wide from the back in Hill Valley with a quarter of a mile left to go. Up front, it's She's an Introvert who wheels off the turn with the lead. Anumati trying to work between horses down the center, and Stormy D back to fourth. Shrew Grit, eighth of a mile to go. She's an Introvert has the lead. Stormy D let go on the outside to try to get by her in the final 16th. Stormy D trying to cut down She's an Introvert. She's an Introvert, dead game. Stormy D on the outside, lifting late. Stormy D's in time. Stormy D gets up to win it. She's an Introvert second. Anumati was third in 137 and 4.
Number 6, Stormy D, bred on the bottom side to handle the turf, a surface she steps on today for the first time. And that was a big form reversal for the daughter of Will Take Charge. She made a long, sustained run to get the victory, giving Roberto Alvarado Jr. his second winner today. This one for John Service and owners Aaron Yagoda and the DJ stable. Number 8, She's an Introvert, was second. Number 3, Anumati ran third. We go now to the 7th race of the day and the start of today's late pick 4. 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Scratch this number 5, Cuckoo Kenya. Favorite was the 8, Grace's Drama.
And they're off. Awkward start for Hidden to Win. She was off balance and about 3 lengths slow. Grace's Drama begins very nice, and she'll look for the lead with Luz Estrella moving to challenge. Flying Girl won't be far away, and Sanchez has hold of Hidden to Win. She's keyed up at the back of the group. Alongside her, Did Not Meet It in Queen's Quarters. Out wide is Joker's Queen. It's a very controlled early pace. With the lead, it's Alvarado Jr., who has 2 wins already today. He has Luz Estrella on the lead through an opening quarter mile in 24 seconds even. To the outside, Grace's Drama second, back to third. It's Flying Girl. Far outside, Joker's Queen. Queen's Quarters is in tight alongside Did Not Mean It, and at the back is the slow starting Hidden to Win. The race to the half-mile point. Luz Estrella has the lead 3 parts of length. Pocketing up third is Flying Girl. From second in the flanking position is Grace's Drama. Back to fourth, Joker's Queen. Down at the inside, Queen's Quarters. Hidden to Win out of last and trying to move forward. The trailer is Did Not Mean It. 47-3 for an opening half mile. They round the far turn. 3/8 to go. On the inside, it's still Luz Estrella, who's asked to quicken but maintains her lead. On the outside, Grace's Drama with the ears up now issues the challenge. Grace's Drama doing the better work of these top 2. From third, Joker's Queen outside of Flying Girl. Hidden to Win was stalled at the start, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 112 flat. Grace's Drama in control. Grace's Drama at the 8th pole leads by a length and a half. Flying Girl always tough and continues to grind away on the outside second. Flying Girl at Grace's Drama. Grace's Drama in front for Jaramillo. Flying Girl game, but second best. Grace's Drama in front. Flying Girl second, Joker's Queen third, Queen's Quarters fourth, and 137-2.
Number 8, Grace's Drama gets the victory, giving her 3 in a row as trainer Victor Barboza Jr. in the midst of a slugfest for the training title. He gets a crucial victory here today. And Misael Jaramillo, who's on top of the jockey standings right now, he gets a victory aboard this daughter of Big Drama. She's owned by Servicio y Construcciones La Esmeralda. Number 3, Flying Girl is second ahead of the 7, Joker's Queen, who ran third. To the 8th race and the start of today's late pick 3, Claimers on turf at 1 mile. Price tag here $30,000. Scratch the 5 and the 11 on down. So we had a field of 9. The favorites included number 1, Don't Overlook, and number 6, Cryogenic.
And they're off. Little Toe, the first to break the line. Cryogenic has speed. Sensational Sam looking for some forward position. Here's Real Fast Music emerging at the inside. Real Fast Music takes the lead in the run to the first turn. Very wide is Zippy. Also floated pretty wide is Sensational Sam as Little Toe lands second behind Real Fast Music. Don't Overlook saves ground and takes over third from Sensational Sam, who's racing from fourth. Cryogenic is now tucked in and covered up fifth. Down at the inside goes Golden Decision. Then comes Zippy. 3 back to the gray Fog Warning. And the early trailer is Seattle Treasure. They roll into the backstretch after completing a quarter in just 24-3, and taking the lead is Real Fast Music a half a length. Jeffrey Sanchez angles Don't Overlook for Racing Room. He's in the 2 path and now only a head behind. That means Little Toe is now 3 wide. In the green colors toward the inside is Golden Decision from fourth, being chirped along a bit to try to make some ground on this top duo. Cryogenic is in a precarious spot looking for Racing Room from between. He has to tap on the brakes. 2 back to Sensational Sam, then Zippy. The 2 at the back remain Seattle Treasure and Fog Warning. Around the far turn they go, less than 3/8 of a mile to run. Here comes Don't Overlook with a serious bid to take the lead. Don't Overlook now moves to the lead at the 3/8 point and leads by 2.5. Up into second is Golden Decision around Real Fast Music. From the back, Seattle Treasures under a roll from Hector Barrios, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 111-3. They wheel in with the advantage. Don't Overlook. Golden Decision trying to straighten up and go after him down the center, and Seattle Treasure trying to spoil the top two's party with less than an 1/8 to go. Don't Overlook with the lead. Golden Decision, Seattle Treasure on the outside. Don't Overlook, gamest of all. Second is Golden Decision. Third is Seattle Treasure, and then 136 flat, the running time. There's a photo for fourth involving Sensational Sam and Zippy.
Number 1, Don't Overlook, had made a career out of getting minor awards and doing so with a bit of trouble in his racing career. Today he has no trouble, and he doesn't get a minor award. He gets the major award as he's up to the task under a strong ride and a heady ride from jockey Jeffrey Sanchez for trainer Dave Fox and Domino Enterprises. 7 Golden Decision was second, ahead of the 10 Seattle Treasure, who ran huge and closed bound to get third. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the late daily double. Fillies and Mares sprint 6 furlongs right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm. From the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 9 on the program. 6 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for a price tag of $30,000. Scratch the 1, Cowtown Jane. A field of 6. Favorite was the 3, Ladies Island.
And they're off. Duritz off a step slow. Ladies Island quick into stride and hits the ground right to the early lead. From the outside, Whip Me Into Shape is now second, back to third, Nikki Bella. Luna Azteca is away racing fourth ahead of Miss Helen, and Duritza is a step slow into stride and is last of all behind 6-5 shot Ladies Island. Ladies Island goes to the half-mile pole under Paco Lopez with the advantage of a length now over Whip Me Into Shape, the nearest pursuer second. Nikki Bella is back to third, fourth is Luna Azteca, Miss Helen is fifth toward the rail, and still far back to Duritza. 22-2 for an opening quarter speed, less than 3 furlongs to go. Ladies Island has now extended the lead to almost 2. Whip Me Into Shape trying to keep up second. Nikki Bella's under a whip ride third. Miss Helen is back to fourth. Luna Azteca is fifth. Duritza is last. Paco, look over his shoulder there from him, and he has the lead aboard Ladies Island through a 45-2 half mile, but Whip Me Into Shape still in range and trying to get after second. Back to third is a rail running Duritza with an eighth of a mile to go. Ladies Island shaken up by Paco. Whip Me Into Shape with a late lunge on the outside. Ladies Island close to home with the lead. Whip Me Into Shape is game, but second best to Ladies Island. Ladies Island went gate to wire for the Black and White Express ahead of Whip Me Into Shape second. Duritza ran third in 1:10-2.
You have to take it on faith that when horses move into the barn of Georgina Baxter and sport the black and white silks of Averill Racing, they will show more speed than they have done, and that certainly was the case with the Daughter of Greatness, number 3, Ladies Island, who was fast a couple of seasons ago. She gets her speed back and goes gate to wire under Paco Lopez for Matisse Racing Stable and the Black and White Express of Rich Averill's Averill Racing Stable. Georgina Baxter trains. Paco Lopez was on board for the winning ride. Number 5, Whip Me Into Shape, was second. Number 7, Duritza, came from last and got up for third. We move now to the 10th race of the afternoon, final live race of the day, over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for $12,500. Scratch the 6, 9, 11, 12, and 13. The 14, JP Calling, drew in. This was a wide open betting race.
And runners away. Trip to Queen was away well. Up on the outside, Total Treasure has speed. Winnie is taken in hand by Sammy Camacho. He wants her third, and she's not happy about it. Winnie down toward the inside took a funny step, and Camacho came out of the irons there. So Winnie is out of the irons and trying to get out of everyone else's way, it appears, as they head around that first turn. Total Treasure has the lead by 2. Up into second, that's Tropical Gold. Back to third is the Gray, Trip to Queen. It's a big margin, some 7 or 8 to JP Calling. Then on the outside of her goes Lady Player ahead of War Beauty, who's trying to get around Winnie, who's still out of the irons as Camacho. A gap of another 5 to Princess Cielo. And Violence Ready is last of all behind an opening quarter that was just 25-1. So there's a lot of real estate from first to last, but the pace wasn't fast. So a big-time advantage to the top trio here. With the advantage, it's still the pace setter Total Treasure by 2. Second is Tropical Gold. Third is Trip to Queen. It's a gap of another 8 or 9 to War Beauty, who's third. Camacho got the irons back on Winnie, and she's back to race in 5th. Then JP Calling, 4 lengths ahead of Lady Player, 3 more to Princess Cielo, and far back to Violence Ready. They're strung out over about a quarter of a mile here as they run to the top of the stretch, but there's only a head from first to second as Tropical Gold is up on the outside of Total Treasure. Tropical Gold puts a neck in front. Total Treasure cuts the corner and fights right back. 3 back to third, running Trip to Queen. Trying to run home from the back is War Beauty from fourth with less than an eighth to go. Total Treasure digging in. Trip to Queen off cover with Tropical Gold between. War Beauty back fourth. Toward the inside, it's still Total Treasure who needs another couple of yards, and she'll get it. It's Total Treasure to win it by a half a length. Trip to Queen second. Tropical Gold third. Then War Beauty and JP Calling at 132-2.
The ownership group of Matisse Racing Stable gets the late daily double as their horse number 8, Total Treasure, outgames the field inside the final quarter of a mile to register the victory under Romero Mirage for Paul Copage and owners Matisse Racing and Ernest Hosington. Second, number 3, Trip to Queen, and third was number 10, Tropical Gold. A form for result to today's Rainbow Six sequence yielded a lot of winners, but it also yields a carryover as we march forward to Friday's card. That carryover close to $30,000.
And that's it, a 10-race card in the books. Some good racing today here at Gulfstream. That will continue tomorrow on a Twilight Friday card, a first race post that gets underway, and a card that gets underway at about 2 p.m. So, as Ronnie says, boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired. Oh, my aching back. Let's hit the hay.